What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and what's your name? What's your name?
Garcia.
Very good. So it's me and my son, you guys. As you can see, definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. I promise you guys I'll be trying to get my videos up and done without him, but it's like as soon as I move, he feels the shift in the bed and he wakes up. So I decided to come back on here today and kind of update you guys. I've noticed that, everybody has been discussing what's going on with their taxes and all of that. We've got the great news that the stimulus checks are going to be going out. So I wanted to just keep letting you know what's going on with my situation. Now, first is, let me just give you guys a disclaimer. I've said this to you several times, but I'm going to say it to you again. I am not a tax preparer. I am not a CPA. I am not a financial advisor. So any information that I do offer you guys in my videos is from my personal experience, information that I have probably got from friends and family members, and information that I have researched as well. Okay, so what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is the IRS transcripts, how you can kind of, I wouldn't say decode them, but basically give you an idea of how to read them, how to apply for them. And then I'm also going to let you guys know what happened with the telephone call that I had yesterday. Yes, I did speak to a representative again yesterday around 6:30 in the evening Pacific Standard Time. So let me just give you guys a quick recap if you haven't already seen my other two videos. So I made a phone call to the IRS on Friday the 5th. They said my taxes will be completed on Monday the 8th. I called the 8th. They said that my taxes were not completed. They couldn't see what was wrong with them and for me to call back around the 23rd of March. And then I called back again on Wednesday the 10th. And they told me, a young lady told me that she couldn't see anything that was going on with my taxes. She didn't know whether everything was okay or not, but for me to just keep checking daily. So I called yesterday and I spoke with a gentleman and I gave him all of that information that I gave you guys, a quick recap of what was told to me. And I basically just said, hey, you know what? I have gotten now information from three different IRS representatives telling me three different stories. And right now what I'm looking for is some accurate information for you to give me some information that I can actually go off of if possible. So he went through the process of securing my account, identifying me, asking me all of these questions that he figured only I could answer. Then he put me on a brief 5 to 7 minute hold. Came back to tell me that he didn't see anything about March 23rd. He doesn't know where she got that information from, but that my account is actually in the error department, but the error has been resolved. However, he can't give me a date as to when my return will be processed into a refund. He doesn't know. The only thing that he can say as of right now is that if any additional information is needed, that they will be sending me a letter in the mail. He said it's a possibility, but not necessarily a guarantee, which I responded to, well, you're kind of confusing me because if the error in which you said was in my account has already been resolved, then why would they need any additional information? So he wasn't able to answer that. And quite frankly, all four of the IRS representatives that I have spoken to have been, to say the least, not confident in their responses when I'm asking them questions. Okay, so I will be calling again today. Which I also wanted to walk you guys through that because a lot of you have been asking, how am I able to speak to people so easily? And it's not easy. I just called really late in the afternoon. Yesterday, like I said, I called at 6:30. The IRS call opens from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So for me, calling at 6:30 was literally about, 20 something minutes before they were getting ready to close. Nobody is calling. There are not many calls in the queue, even though I still had a waiting period, but I don't think I waited on hold once I went through all of the prompts more than about 5 to 10 minutes. But anyways, here is the number that I call. It is 800-829-0922. So this is how I get through to a representative. But again, I call late. I call, the later the better. If you try to call right now, you're going to get kicked out of the system. You want to call later in the evening, okay? So I would say to call between 5:30 and 6 p.m. You'll have a better chance of getting through to a representative. You will still have to wait, but this is the procedure that I use when I am calling the IRS. So I call that number. I choose English as an option, and then it asks you if you've received a letter or a notice in the mail, press option 1 or 2. Whatever that option is, if you've received a letter or a notice in the mail, that's the option that I choose. Then it's going to give you several different scenarios of what they feel, whatever possibilities. I think there's 7 options as a possibility of what kind of notice or letter that you could have received. You listen to all 7 of them, and then it will say, if you don't hear your topic, then please hold. And so you will hold. And then after that, it will say, if you agree with the payment arrangement on your notice, to press 1. You don't press anything, you just continue to hold. So that is the option that I use when I call to get through. I have not received a letter or a notice in the mail, but that is how I get through, because every other option will take you straight through and it will almost always kick me out. So I hit that I have received a notice or a letter. I let it go through its prompts. None of those prompts relate to me, so I let it just say everything that it needs to say, and then I sit on hold, okay? So that's how I get through. But again, the only way you're going to get through, what has worked for me successfully now 4 days in a row, would be for you to call the very, very latest that you can, okay? Now, there's some information that I thought would be relevant to you guys who are checking your transcripts, because as we know, as of right now, the Where's My Refund tool is not exactly working. It's not exactly reliable. There are plenty of people who have started to receive their refunds, but the Where's My Refund tool has still not updated. It's still in your refund is still processing mode when they've already, in fact, received their direct deposit. So I wanted to give you guys some information on that. If you haven't already tried to access your transcripts, you can do it by telephone. However, if your return has not been processed, then 9 times out of 10, when you actually get your transcripts in the mail, it won't give you any information because the top 2 transcripts have not been processed, and therefore there's no information in the system for them to provide you. But the other way to access your transcripts is to start an account online. However, you have to have some information, either the last 4 of a credit card that you have, or your mortgage account number, or I think if you have a car loan, you're paying a car note, then you can use the account number for that. But you have to have one of those items. I'm not sure if there's another option that they give you. Plus, you have to have a cell phone in which they can send you a code for verification that you will enter into the platform once you get everything set up. If you try to access your transcripts multiple times with incorrect information, it will kick you out and you will not be able to access your transcripts. You will have to wait like everybody else, possibly call in to see if they can send you your transcripts out via mail, but you won't be able to access it online. I know for a lot of us right now, accessing our transcripts online is actually our saving grace, because it gives us information that the IRS is not giving us when you speak to somebody directly, or the Where's My Refund tool. So I wanted to talk you guys through some information so that you can read your transcript and understand what you're looking at. So I'm going to pop a picture on the screen just so you guys know what I'm talking about. There are, let me see if I can find that in here. I don't think I have it on here, but there are 4 different transcripts that should be available in your account online once you've got it set up, okay? There is, at the bottom left, there is the account transcript. To the right of that, there's the wage and income transcript. If the 2 top, which I can't remember, I believe that the top right is the record of account transcript. Once those 2, the record of account transcript, and then whatever this one is, I think it's the return transcript, the top left, when those 2 transcripts at the top are completed and filled in, it doesn't say non-applicable. It has the actual year of the taxes in which you're trying to access. So in this case, it would be 2020. Then you need to go to the bottom left transcript, which is the account transcript. And then this is where you will find this information. What you want to look for is a cycle code. The cycle code will tell you when you can expect updates to your account online via Where's My Refund, or either your transcripts. Okay, so let's see here. To give you guys some general information, like I said, the Where's My Refund tool and transcript updates any day, anytime, but there are 4 days that the mass updates happen. Okay, so for the mass update, it is a day basically that a lot of IRS transcripts or Where's My Refund is updated. For daily accounts, there are 4 days per week that you can expect mass updates. Some are mass updates for transcripts and others are mass updates for Where's My Refund. For weekly accounts, there are 2 days per week that you can expect mass updates. Okay, so if your IRS account is identified as either being, no, it's saying that your IRS account, I'm sorry, you guys, is identified as either being updated weekly or daily. Cycle codes ending in. This is the part that you want to look at. So once you have access to your account transcript, you will not find this information again until your top 2 transcripts are available. Once they are available, this information should be updated and available in your account transcript, which is the bottom left transcript. Okay, so once you'll look for the cycle code, and I'm going to put that on the screen so you can see what it looks like. The cycle codes ending in 01, 02, 04, 03, then 04 are daily accounts. Cycle codes ending in 05 are weekly accounts, but in some cases they may be daily as well. So some people may actually have 2 different cycle codes, which means that their account will update both daily and weekly. Okay, I don't know why it's all very confusing, but it is what it is. Okay, so how do I know if I'm a weekly or daily? Look at the last 2 digits of your cycle code. Okay, cycle code is an 8-digit sequence of numbers such as 20190405. It looks like a date, but is a cycle code. Okay. The cycle code indicates when your account posts to the master file. It is not a calendar date, but can be translated to a date. Okay, your cycle code, like I said, can be found on your account transcript. All right. I'm going to give you guys the dates. So cycle code ending in 01 usually will update on a Friday. Cycle code ending in 02, a Monday. Cycle code ending in 03, a Tuesday. Cycle code ending in 04, a Wednesday. Cycle code ending in 05, a Thursday. Okay, so the way it would work, transcripts, how, you shushing me?
Yeah.
So if your account is usually updated on a Tuesday, then that means that the mass updates for weekly accounts would update on a Friday, okay? If your daily account would usually update on a Wednesday, then mass updates on weekly accounts are usually on a Saturday, okay? The Where's My Refund tool and transcripts can be updated again at any time. It just depends on the system. This is more or less somewhat of a way to track or trace your return once everything has been updated into the system. Mass updates occur overnight between midnight and 3 p.m. However, it only happens once a day for the most part. Okay, so I hope that information was in some way useful or helpful to you guys. I know it's not really going to make a whole lot of sense if you don't have access to your transcripts. You're not going to know what I'm talking about, but if you do have access to your transcripts, then it should be, as in my opinion, useful to be able to read and understand what you're looking at. The codes you want to be looking for on your transcript is 846. That means that you will have a refund issued. The codes that you do want to be wary about, or the code that I know of off the top of my head, is 570. Doesn't mean that you may not necessarily get a refund, but it means that your refund could be in hold. They may be paying off some debts that you may owe, or whatever the case may be, before a refund gets to you. I'm going to continue to say, however, this is just information based off of what I have researched on the internet. It could change. It could very well be inaccurate to some extent. I am not a CPA, a financial advisor, or any of that. This information has worked successfully for me and for other people for many years. People nowadays are checking their their transcripts, because as we've seen for this year, the Where's My Refund tool has failed us. But on that note, you guys, I'm going to say, remember to live, love, definitely elevate, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.